Regina, good morning. We can't hear you.
Right. Good morning, good morning, good
Amazing.
morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning. It was literally
Morning.
proper delay to connect me. So from my end, so apologies for that. So welcome to this beautiful Sunday brunch and this beautiful sunny Sunday with lovely Lou and Mim. And as always, I'm going to check everything is working to connect everything. And Mim, in the meantime, gonna introduce our beautiful guest. Actually, I met Lou in August, I believe, an event in Gloucester. So, what a beautiful story you got to share, inspiring story. And Mim, you're gonna introduce. I will check everything is working. And as well, by the way, if any delays, please be in mind that could be some internet issues, and hopefully we're not gonna have that too many. And photos might be delays as well. So, fingers crossed it's gonna work. Anyway, Mim, take it over.
Amazing. Listen, I have been so excited to bring this woman on because I met her for the first time. I met you for the first time probably about a month and a half ago or so in an event in London. And right, so Lou's been in the business for about 8 years now, and she's overcome addiction. She's overcome depression. She's a single mum of 5. She was homeless. She was in debt, but now she's living in abundance and she's healing her body naturally from an inflammatory disease. She's building a global brand, empowering women to overcome health challenges and also to love their best life. Lou, you have such an amazing story. I don't even know where you want to go ahead and begin, but to take it away, what was life like beforehand? And yeah, take it away.
Okay, yeah, thank you for having me on. I'm really, really honoured that you asked me to come and share my story. I absolutely love what I do and love being able to share it as well. And like Mim said, I've been with this business now, with this company for coming up to 8 years. I'm actually going to be celebrating my 8th year anniversary with the team in Tenerife at the end of November, which I'm really, really excited about. Amazing place to spend it. So yes, I'm just going to start from the beginning. So I've been with the business for nearly 8 years. So life back for me 8 years ago was pretty dismal, to be honest. As was mentioned, I'm a single mom of 5. We were actually homeless at the time. I'd previously come out of an abusive, toxic relationship. So I was getting my life back on track with my children as a single mom. We'd been living in rented accommodation, but that kind of all fell through. And I just found myself in a position where we had nowhere to go. So we were put into temporary accommodation. Excuse me. My health wasn't at an all-time great either. It was pretty much at rock bottom. I was suffering with depression, anxiety. I'd put on a lot of size. I'd always been a very active woman. I'm into fitness. I was a personal trainer, but because of my health issues, because I was feeling so run down and tired, and I was always waking up in pain, I just couldn't move my body very well. So I was feeling really uncomfortable in my body. Excuse me, frog in my throat.
Okay.
And I was feeling really uncomfortable in my body, and I was just not in a great position at all. So my financial situation wasn't great, health situation wasn't great, mindset wasn't great either. And I'd connected with a lady on social media, on Facebook, and she was actually helping me with, I had ideas of, because I couldn't personal train anymore, face to face, I wanted to set up an online business. So she was helping me with ideas of how to do that. And we were talking about my health, and she told me that she'd been chatting to somebody who was involved in network marketing, and it was all around wellness, health and wellness. And she was like, I really think you need to have a look at what they're doing. And at the time, I just wasn't interested at all. I was like, no, it's not for me. I can set up my own business. I'd looked into juicing, I was doing I was trying to do all these things to make myself better, but I was finding that nothing was really helping, or it would help short term, but nothing was helping long term. I just end up going back to old habits again. And it was really, really depressing me. So I was like, okay, I'll take a look. And in the end, I was like, okay, I'll take a look. So I went along to an event, and I heard some information about this wellness company, about these wellness products. And I just thought, do you know what, that it actually sounds like okay. So I looked a little bit more into it. There's loads of like science as well. That's what I absolutely loved about the company, that there was just loads of science behind the products. And just the company's been around for a long time as well, so I knew it was like I knew it was a stable company and not just something that just popped up out of the blue. So I looked a little bit more into the science as well, and then I actually tried the whole food products. So I started to use the whole food capsules, and within a few days, I would say like it's around 5 days, I just got this surge of energy in my body. Now beforehand, I'd been someone that I was in bed, like I struggled to get out of bed. I'd had to give up my job as a personal trainer. I'd actually gone into retail work as well, and I'd had to give up my job in retail work because my body just couldn't go on with the demands that it needed in order to carry on working that way. So I used to spend a lot of time in bed. I was very run down and depressed. Like I just had like no motivation in life whatsoever. I used to have to ask my mom to take the kids to school and then pick them up as well, because I could do one, but I couldn't do like both of them. And after like about 5 days to a week of like just taking these whole food supplements into my body, I got this massive surge of energy. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? Like all of a sudden, like I was getting up in the morning and I was feeling okay. And then it wasn't just in my body as well, it was in my mindset as well. And I just started to feel really uplifted. And I just had like, all of a sudden this passion for life was coming back. So much so that I just thought, do you know what, I'm going to join a gym. I'm going to join a gym. Like I'd gone from like not being able to like do personal training, teach any classes, lying in bed all day, to all of a sudden like having this urge to like really go to the gym and start moving my body again. So I joined a gym. I got myself a personal trainer, and I set myself a massive goal that I wanted to stand on stage in a little bikini in heels and do a fitness bikini competition, because to me, like I wanted something that was really going to push me out of my comfort zone. I thought, okay, right, looking at how I look now and how I feel, I need something that is totally the opposite to how I'm looking and feeling right now. So it's like, I'm going to transform my body, transform my health, my mindset. I'm going to stand on stage and I'm going to do this competition. So I set myself that goal, and I went on to do it. So it took me a year. So a year of going to the gym, and I was going to the gym like 5 times a week, sometimes 6 times a week. I was putting myself through this vigorous like training schedule. I was on like a strict nutritional program as well. But I do truly believe that I got the results I got because I was flooding my body with nutrients. Like I was training alongside other people who were always feeling run down. And to be honest, like if you see people that go through like these schedules as well, these training schedules, like sometimes they look really tired and run down, and it's just you come out in spots and stuff because they're not getting enough nutrients into their body. But because I was flooding my body with nutrients, I was using whole food supplements alongside a really strict diet and a regimented training routine, my body was able to go through that. Now, so I went ahead, stood on stage, like did the competition, felt amazing. And then after that, so I actually dropped 5 dress sizes as well for that year. And I'd gone from being like a size like 18 to 20 to dropping like 5 dress sizes to stand on stage and do the competition. But obviously as well, that's not a sustainable lifestyle. You know, eating chicken and broccoli every single day isn't a sustainable lifestyle. So after that, like I had other goals. It was just to continue just on that health journey. Like I'd spent that year like focusing so much on my health and my wellness, and I was feeling amazing. Like I said, I'd gone from struggling to get out of bed to now going to the gym, living and leading a really active lifestyle. I began to share my journey on social media as well, and I actually became a brand partner for the wellness company, which is what we're here to talk about. And I began sharing my story on social media. Other people wanted to know what I was doing, what products I was using, so I built up a customer base. And then within the company as well, you can also build up a team and show other people how they can use the products. They can share it with other people and they can build up their own business as well. So I started to do that. I did really well in my first year. I hit the first 3 promotions in that first year and started to build up a really strong customer base and a really strong team. And then I just continued with that over the years. And that was like my lifestyle really, was just into health and wellness, into fitness, moving my body. I was building up a business online, and and just I started to bring in a regular income, so much so that we actually got ourselves out of temporary accommodation into the home that we're in now. We've been here now for, I think it must be 7 years, so 6-7 years now we've been in this house. I was able to take my children on holiday, like all together for the first time as well. Like I'd never been able to do that before because I just didn't have that income coming in. But from sharing my story, building up that customer base and helping other people do what I did online, I was bringing in like a really steady income. I'd also hit some bonuses as well. So I'd brought in around £1,000 worth of bonuses on top of what my earnings were. And it just really started to change, not just my life, but my children's life as well. And not just financially, like I found that within the community that we're in, sorry, I've got kittens going mad behind me. Within the community, that if you can hear them, within the community that we're in, like we do a lot of work on mindset as well. And I just found that I'd gone from being this woman who felt like totally broken. I'd come out of this like awful relationship. I was struggling to like find myself again and, you know, like build up my confidence and my strength and my self-belief again. And all of a sudden I was in this community of like all these people that were just so uplifting, like everybody. I remember like the first event that I went to and I was just like, what is wrong with everyone? Like everyone was just like so happy, and like everyone was like always happy for me. And I just thought I'm so not used to like being in a community like this where everybody is so supportive excuse me, and everyone's so supportive. And everyone's like got goals and they're inspirational and they're always like working towards something and supporting each other. So that really, really helped me with my mindset as well. And I just felt like in that first year of being like a partner in the business, I'd gone from being like so broken, financially broken, my health was at an all-time low, to all of a sudden I was like full of confidence again. I had this magnificent like self-belief. My health was like improving. I had all this energy. I was bringing in money as well, and I was starting to be able to do the things that I always wanted to do, but I was never able to do because like my body just wouldn't allow it, or my mindset wasn't in the right place. And so I had an amazing like next few years like within the business, just continuing like doing what I was doing, really working on my health, sharing my story, helping other people on their health journey, helping other people, you know, get what they want out of life as well. And so that continued for a few years, but unfortunately before I even, you know, became a brand partner, I'd started to get lots of pain in my hips. And that was one thing that was really, really bothering me, was the pain in my hips. And I've been backwards and forwards to the doctors for years. I think the first time I went to the doctors, I was 13 years old. They put it down to growing pains. Also, I was a dancer. I did classical dancing. I did ballet dancing like up until like age 22. Then I became a fitness instructor and a personal trainer. So I've always been really active. And they always put it down to, oh, it's just general wear and tear, you know, that's all it is. But it progressively got worse. Everything else in my body was getting better. I had more energy, like other aches and pains were going, but my hips that pain was still there, and it was getting worse and worse. So eventually I was given an MRI and I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis, and it was at stage 4. Once it's at stage 4, there's no other treatment but to have hip replacements. And I remember crying when the surgeon told me that I was going to have hip replacements. I burst into tears, and he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, because you know, you're so young, because I was 39 at the time. And I was like, no, I'm just so relieved that something's going to happen, and you know, that I'm going to have like this change, because I've lived in pain in my hips like for so long. So age 39, I had my first hip replacement. So I had my left side, so that's now been there for 4 years. And the last year I had my right hip replaced, so that's just over a year old. All along the way, I continued to use the supplements, which for me have been an absolute godsend. When you go into hospital, when I went into hospital for my operation, I was told like, what supplements are you using? Any synthetic supplements you have to stop using. So I took all of my supplements in with me, and they cleared it all because I showed them the ingredients. They were like, yeah, okay, it's just food at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm just putting extra food into my body that's going to strengthen my body and help me through these procedures. And I was able to carry on, actually doubled up on everything, doubled up on my omegas, doubled up on my capsules. I was drinking shakes. I took my complete powder into the hospital with me. Like the nurses knew I took my own milk in. I had my own shake powder. Like they kept it in the fridge for me, made up my shakes for me in the mornings when I was in hospital. But I do truly believe that because I've been flooding my body with that whole food nutrition, like over the years, it just made that that whole like transition through going through like the hip replacements just made it run so much smoother. Like my body coped really well with the operations and with the recovery since. I've climbed mountains, you know, I've been up to the top of Snowdon like a few times. I actually did, after, I think it was 10 months after my first hip replacement, I was stood up at the top of Mount Snowdon in Wales, like watching the sunrise. And then 9 months after my second hip replacement, I did the same. I did the sunrise walk again, and I actually did it in record time, like, which is good for me. Like, I actually like beat my time that I'd done it before, which just proves, you know, that how strong and fit and healthy that my body is now.
Could you, Lou, mention about as well, your son as well was going through some hospital situation, and you and the capsules helped him quicker recover. Is that correct?
Yeah, just touch briefly on that. So my son turned 18 in March, and like all 18-year-olds would be going out every weekend with his mates drinking. Now, he wasn't excessive drinking, like he did. I didn't think, like, well, he hasn't got a problem, should I say. But we started to notice that his eyes like started to have like a little yellow twinge to them. And I said to him, like, maybe you need to like look at your lifestyle changes. You know, I just, you know, I'm a little bit concerned. We went away on holiday, and when we came back from holiday, he went out with his mates, and I woke up to a phone call from his friends at 5 o'clock in the morning to say that they'd had to rush him into hospital, and the doctors had done some tests and thought he had pancreatitis. So I went in. It turns out after like some tests that he did have pancreatitis, which is inflammation of the pancreas. They usually see something like that in somebody that's been drinking for years. Like you would get it in like a 60, 70-year-old that has been, you know, drinking continuously for years. But after he had like some more tests done, they found out that he's actually got a condition. I can't remember the name of it, it's a long word, but it's something that is he's had from birth. So it was when he was forming as a fetus, his pancreas didn't actually form properly, which makes him more susceptible to getting pancreatitis later on in life. And one of the triggers for that is alcohol. So he's not touched a sip of alcohol since, and as long as he doesn't, he'll be completely fine. But when he was in hospital, I realised that like you don't really get any nutritional support, considering he was, you know, your pancreas, and it was concerned about his liver, and that they filter out all the toxins in the body, but there was no special diet given to him to help his body filter out the toxins. So I did my research, obviously, and obviously I know about how great these products are at helping the body flush out toxins and build up the immune system too. So I cleared it with the doctors again, and they were fine with me taking in the supplements to him. So yeah, I took in the capsules, fruit, veg, berry capsules. He has to choose as well. So I took those in for an extra boost for his immune system, because he was very tired and weak. And I just thought, you know, you need to get stronger and get your energy levels up. Also took the shakes in for him, because I was like, you know, you don't need to be eating the breakfast that they're offering there. Like, you need to be getting some whole food goodness into your body. And he's gone on to made like such a good recovery. You know, he's back at the gym now. He's back working. He's back at college, and yeah, he's doing really, really well.
Gosh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I would love for you to go ahead, and it's something that you spoke about in London at the event that we attended. There's quite a few people who are interested in the business, right, for certain reasons, but they don't because of, you know, back then it was £50 to go ahead and sign up. At the moment, it is literally just £1 to go ahead and sign up. Can you quickly delve into the whole sweet potato story? Because that really got me. I think you literally got all of you got the whole room just like, wow, you know. And you are a very ambitious you know, person anyway. When you have something in your mind, then you just kind of go for it.
Yeah. So my daughter, if you ever speak to my children, ask them the sweet potato story, that they will say the same thing to you. Now and again, one of the kids will be like, remember when we lived on sweet potato for a week? And it's because, like I said, when I became a brand partner, we were homeless, living in temporary accommodation. I had like 20 grand of debt, you know, bailiffs turning up at the doors on benefits. Like, I literally had no money, but I knew, like, in my heart, I knew that this was going to be life-changing, and I knew that I needed the products. And from being around the community, I knew that I needed to be part of that community as well. So I was like, I've got to find a way that I can sign up. And at the time, it was £50 to sign up, which is a lot of money, like a lot of money. So I just thought, well, how can I do this? So I had some money to get the food shop And I was like, I really want to do this business. So I signed up, which left me with about, it was under £5. I had under £5 left. And I thought, okay, I need to feed my family for the week, and amongst like other things that I needed to get. And I only had like £5. So I went to the Tesco at the end of our road, and I was thinking, what can I get? And I looked in like the bargain bit where everything's reduced, and there was bags of sweet potato, and I think they were 12p. So I just thought, right, okay, well, how many can I get with £2? So I just picked up as many bags worth of sweet potato that I could get that came to like under £2, because I must have needed the £3 for something else. I can't remember what it was for. And I took them home, and we lived on sweet potato for a whole week. We had mashed sweet potato, we had sweet potato fries, we had broiled sweet potato, I don't know, we had roast sweet potato. I was just like, what can I make with sweet potato? But you know, that 1 week, making that sacrifice for that 1 week, you know, has absolutely changed their lives. And I always smile now when I look at sweet potatoes, because I just think like that, to like, it absolutely changed their lives. But I am that person that's just, you know, like I knew it was going to be life changing, and I just thought, you know, it's a small sacrifice to make in order to change our lives.
That's absolutely amazing. I love that story. I had to put that in. I had to put that in. So Regina, do you want to go ahead and touch on the quote?
Yeah, do you know what? I was like, I had the delivery man just coming in, so I disappeared like earlier. But anyway, but listen, honestly, Lou, like literally, I could listen to your story consistently. So yeah, so could you share your quote? I'm gonna bring it up as well, because it's so powerful. By the way, the sweet potato story is well amazing. So I'm just putting up, and yeah, could you share why this quote is so important to you?
Okay, so the quote that I'm sharing is, the gap between the life you want and the life you are living, it's called mindset, focus and consistency. And I've chosen that quote because looking back over the last 8 years for me, that's exactly what it's been, exactly how it's changed my life. Firstly with mindset. And for anybody that doesn't know anything, you know, about network marketing or the community that we're in, we do so much work on mindset. And I had such a poor mindset before, and just being part of this community has opened up my mindset so much, and that has allowed me to do like amazing things, to you know, travel more, to meet amazing people, the amazing opportunities that I've had in my life, to be more focused as well. Like I'm real focused on my goals, and I'm just super focused. Is whenever if I've got a goal and I know it's achievable, because being in this business has allowed me to achieve so much as well. And then the consistency, like you just be consistent with it, just have faith in the process, be consistent, have fun with it as well. Like this, being part of this community has actually allowed me to build up my own brand as well. So from having a hip replacement and being into fitness, I've built up that Fit Hippie, and I've actually gone on to transform that business. Like this company has allowed me to, it's given me the freedom to actually just build my own business, build my own brand. My brand's global as well. Like I've got customers and clients that are in like America that are wearing like my branded stuff. Like when I go out, people come back. I've actually had people come up to me. I was in Scotland a few months ago, and a girl come up to me in a bar, just in a random bar, and was like, "Oh my gosh, you're that Fit Hippie," because she follows me on my Instagram account. So it's, and actually I work part-time in retail, and someone actually came in the shop. She was like, "You're that Fit Hippie, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." So it's like, it's given me so much freedom to just be able to do so much with my life. So my mindset has changed so much. I've become super focused on my goals. I know that I can achieve anything that I put my mind to, and it's just all about staying consistent and having faith and having fun with it as well.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Honestly, what a Sunday brunch this week. What a special guest. We have every week different guest speakers, and everyone's stories, as you see, very unique, and everything you can achieve in life. And Lou, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, and Mim, of course, as well. Thank you for being my buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.